How we doing, guys? I just wanted to do a quick video here of how I ended up setting up the Pro Angler. It's a 2013 14 footer. I didn't do a whole lot. I tried to keep it simple. I chose to just put flush mount rod holders. As you can see there, everything's riveted through on the mounting boards. Obviously, it's nice and solid. It's a good mount. If you want to take it out, you just pop it out and put your little cover in your flush mount there, and there's nothing there. I chose not to go with the gear tracks just because I think they're so expensive for mounting. Then you have to buy the brackets, you have to buy all the mounting balls and accessories to get anything to go on them. So I just chose to direct mount everything on mine. You can see my GoPro camera up there, easy clamp. I am probably going to put another flush mount through for that. My other rod holder, my fish finder, it's Elite 5 DSI. The boards on the Pro Angler aren't perfectly level. So what I did, if you can see it there, is I put two little spacers on one side of the mount and then went all the way through those, and it gave me a nice level seat for the fish finder to mount to. As far as other attachments to the boat, I used a Mighty mount right there for my Visicarbon Pro. I do have the two rod extensions on each side. I did purchase the updated paddle clip separate as well. I also did a little something different under the seat. I'll just show you that here. What I did is where you have the strap that normally pulls across there, and I saw another guy do this online. I really thought it was cool, and just a better system here. But I actually pulled the dowel anchor that was in here for your rod holders and moved that out to this eyelet, and then I just put a little hook on this one. After that, I put two little mounts in there, and I just use knots. I am going to put hooks on those. I just haven't done it yet on the inside there, so they're not going anywhere. I could leave them like I am, but I think I will put the hooks on it just to make it a little bit cleaner looking. After that, I put bigger cables out here to use for the rod holders. Personally, I think that the ones that come in the boat, they're probably fine, but I don't know. I just like the heavier gauge cord, and I can hook that right in there like that. I don't use a black pack or anything like that. Again, I just think it's, I don't know, it was just something to spend money on. I don't really see a need for them in the Pro Angler. Obviously in the Pro Angler you got 3 rod holders on that side, 3 rod holders on that side. I've got 2 rod holders in the front of the boat and 2 rod holders in the rear of the boat. I can't imagine ever needing more than 10 rods with me when I'm out fishing. So basically I just strap my tackle box in here. I set it back about that far. It gives me plenty of room to get in there, just to spin around on my seat and grab whatever I need out of it. So that's about all I've got there. I went with the Hobie mounting kit and battery that drops right down in there. I'm still kind of torn. I may end up mounting that up on the sail post in the front and actually freeing that compartment back up just to throw some stuff in there. I found this cool little box here, which I liked. I just keep some gloves and my fishing license and wallet and cell phone and stuff in there when I'm out. Obviously I did the same dowel and shock cords fitting over there. This is my hookup for the Mirage drive. If I want to pin that back, obviously you have your seat cords. That's about it. That's about it. I put the Hobie anchor trolley on the side of the boat there. What else? I got this little pouch here that I like. That's actually really good. Just fits there. I can move it back and hang it off of one of the side rails if I choose to. But it's just a cool way to keep your pliers and your fish grabber nearby. Didn't do anything out of the norm in the front compartment. I probably will put a little piece of insulating paper up on the hood of it here. It's just plain now. It's a Hobie water bottle. An anchor kit and a leftover jug of water in there. That's about it. I'll go into the cart that I built here really quickly. I've got a separate video on it, but it's the same design that you see a lot of guys using online. The key to it obviously is the 2-inch PVC. Let me pull my Mirage drive out of here before I tear that up. Daughter's tackle box fell. Alright, back to the cart. Alright, so obviously mine's on wheels. One of them does have the lock, but my driveway is pretty steep, so it's not holding exactly like it should here. Key is the pipes. I use 2-inch. I wouldn't go any bigger than this, guys, just because then they won't flex enough under the weight of the boat to actually distribute the weight. I slotted both holes, and that again allows the pipes to pull down in the center. Put that right up there. You can see how tightly that fits up to the bottom of the boat, and it just hugs it all the way down. It really does an awesome job of distributing the weight across the entire bottom of the boat, just about. The only other thing special about the cart is I made the top of the pipes in here the same height as the tailgate, the lowered tailgate on my truck, which means I can, drop my tailgate, pull this thing right up, these will bump right against my tailgate, and I can, load and offload it directly from the cart. That's about it. I started this little box down here, but kind of abandoned the project just because, like I said, I carry my toolbox, so I don't, my tackle box, sorry. So I don't really need it, I don't think. There's no wheels. But that's about it, guys. Any questions, shoot me a comment, I'll answer you. Thanks.